Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life forever.
Until a man's skin is of no more importance than the color of his eyes, war is all you will see. He said, you couldn't find a black man? I'm married to a white man, and he happens to be the right man. I don't have to be anti-white to love myself. And I can still be pro-black, divide by flesh and be conquered, or unite in the Holy Spirit. Money make you rich? That's a quote by Bob Marley. He was being asked about his possessions and his wealth, and he said, I don't have those kinds of riches. The possessions make you rich? My rich is life forever. And it's true. His words live on forever. That can happen for anyone. I love this artist. This artist Robert Nesta Marley has inspired a couple of my poems, especially this one. And he was inspired by and gave a shout out to Haile Selassie when he was singing the poem or song W.A.R, when he says, until a man's skin is of no more importance than the color of his eyes, war is all you will see. Some credit Marley, but it was really Haile Selassie who said it first. This piece is called W.A.R, and it is inspired by a conversation I had once when someone was brave enough to share what they thought about being and my relationship with my husband. And I'm grateful for their transparency because it also produced art that is activism. He said, what are you? Where are you from? Brooklyn? Queens? The Flats? I said, it ain't where you from. It's where you going. Or like Rakim said, where you at. And since I know a little bit of hip hop history, he automatically assumed I was black, started to push all up on me. So I had to break him down. I said, wait a minute, I have a man. Don't clown. He said, he let you run free? I said, I have a marriage of liberation, not incarceration. I am where I want to be. But if you look a little closer, you'll see he's in another conversation, standing beside him. He said, you couldn't find a black man? He was bold with a clear goal. I told him, his good old boy Clarence Thomas looks black, but has no soul. Listen, he thinks a lot like Bono from YouTube. Let me introduce you. He said, who? I said, is being black the only necessity for you? Woman, don't you know your history? I said, I represent the mother of all civilization. This is no biological mystery. I'm proud that I roll with a diverse crew. Are there 36 colors or 3 primary flavors? He said, huh, I don't know. I thought you knew. But after all, scientists can't even agree. You see, I earned my college degree and you could benefit from my class and cultural campus. Whatever. You married a white man. I said, I'm married to a white man and he happens to be the right man. Mr. Rong said, your loss. You could have had me. And I was thinking, whoa, controversy. Stop right there. I didn't even know you. And given your rush to judgment, I don't even think you would have been in the running, boo. When I was growing up, I did my homework, and someone that sounded a lot like you told me that I was, quote unquote, acting white. When then and now, I continue to uplift this, quote unquote, black plight. No, rude boy, I didn't rule out any colors in my Crayola box. But the funny thing is, I used to think that white women who dated black men, oh, they need to be put on a rock. Yeah. For years, I shook my head at the thought of coloring outside the lines until Cupid shot an arrow straight through my behind. So you could date a white woman, or you could even marry a white man and I'd be fine. Well, he said she got jungle fever. He got jungle fever. Right, because it's all about the fever for the forbidden flavor. Because all mixed couples are the same. All whites are rich. And they want blacks physically and mentally trained. If you hate white people so much, why are you wearing their clothes and watching their TV shows? Like we fresh off slavery and now one thing has changed. Let's work on some dual citizenship. Maybe even rebuild Garvey's Back to Africa campaign. Because if we were on the plantation, you would be the first one trying to claim that she should be in the field. I should be in the house, fanning the flames of resentment without a bucket to douse. Like Cain and Abel, your jealousy would bring the most division and pain. We don't even study peace. It's insane. It's similar to the black on black crime of the Sudan. or the white on white crime of the Jewish Holocaust, when money are in the wrong hands, you will see greed. And it just means women, leaders, are lost. Classification by race was created in 1735 by a Swedish man with a conflict, because other than albinos, his creed was vanishing with intermingling and sex. And so when interracial couples create more of his idea of blacks, you want to bring Vex, but you the main one sweating Mariah Carey and Holly Berry like we mixing monkeys with donkeys like Harry. You see, my husband is my yin and I am his yang. Well, you may think it's strange. Balance we may take. I hope that next time you'll change your strategy and get a clue. I don't have to be anti-white to love myself. And I can still be pro-black when I'm graced by a true African king. He said, I said true. Because when you are focusing on hair texture, skin color, and a last name, it will not tell you if a cultural heritage and legacy is being maintained. But I'll answer that initial question for you. What are you? I'm human. And some say his English, part Puerto Rican, Black Cherokee, and Jew. Do you know he simply rolled his eyes and walked away? But I know that the bright sun will shine light on the seed that I planted that day. All blood bleeds red between him and I and between you and me. And as it is written in the book of Acts, all nations are made of one blood. God shows no partiality. So being of sound mind, I release all thoughts of racial supremacy. Divide by flesh and be conquered, or unite in the Holy Spirit and live free. And in the prophecy made most popular by Bob Marley, until a man's skin is of no more importance than the color of his eyes, war is all you will see. Inner peace.